you've been lights out lately. How'd you feel out there tonight or today, whatever it is?
Yeah, I felt good. Pretty much kind of like it has been feeling coming into the game, just trying to get my pitches ready, and then actually getting into the game. It just felt like the command of my fastball was a little bit better than it has been, but felt good being in a game like that right there, and then for us to be able to keep clawing back and keep punching late, and to see it happen throughout the course of the game was good for us.
The bullpen as a whole came back and had a really strong night. Do y'all take pride in that when you come back and have a game and basically are able to lead the team? Woody said this was the biggest difference today.
Yeah, of course. I think the offense, the defense, the bullpen, the starting staff. I think like as small units, like you always take pride in what you do well, or being able to step up for the club, and it's not always like this. So it's one day we're going to score 9 and give up 8, and some days we'll score 2 and give up 1. So it's just today, for us to be able to keep climbing back after down 5, it says a lot about the lineup, and I felt like we just kept coming at them, kept putting together good at bats, and before we know it, we're in a tie game.
Watched the White Sox the last couple of days beat up on some good lefties, right? John King had a difficult one yesterday. Perez has his worst outing of the year. Even Burke gives up a couple base runners before Bushy comes in. Here you come. Do you change your approach at all, or is it just like, all right, here's me, let's see what we can do with it?
Well, Martine's got a lot better command and different pitches than I do, and Brock throws harder than me. So, same thing with Kinger. He's a sinker ball guy. I kind of just been trying to stay pretty simple and just kind of do what feels good and, what's coming out at the time. So I didn't, I kind of understand where some of those guys are with their swings, and, Berger's going well, and, Bray's kind of giving me a hard time in the past, but felt like I was just able to, focus on the dirty spot in the glove a little bit better today.
Were you aware on the Luis Robert strikeout that was your 900th career strikeout?
No, but somebody already mentioned that to me earlier. Yeah.
That is 900 career strikeouts today.
Like all but probably the first one, like 900, the round number, I guess, is something, but I was just kind of thinking like no, round number or personal achievements ever made me feel, like being in the playoffs, being in the postseason with a club, and, being in first place in the division, or knowing that guys are, that teams are chasing you. And so I get, the closer we get to 500, the closer we get to being that team, that's kind of where my head's at and what's kind of giving me the good feels these days.
Obviously, you're not a hitter, but from your perspective...
Obviously. You got like 10 hits in the show.
Sorry, obviously you're not a positional player.
Yeah.
But from your experience, how important are games like this where the team has been struggling, aside from hitting home runs, but you're able to manufacture runs in a lot of ways with only one home run and you come back like this?
Yeah, it's like how much fight you got in you, right? Like it's easy to fold, that's the easy thing to do, is just to go home and take your beating. But, these guys kept battling. You could, even with 2 strikes, some tough pitchers up there on their side, just keep chipping away with 2 outs, and you could see it, with throughout the whole lineup. It might have been, not the, like you were saying, not great barreled balls, but we were finding a way to get it done, getting base runners on, working walks. And yeah, I think that in the end, like, it helps create what we're used to seeing, right? If we're used to seeing that, then we can expect it tomorrow night, right? And I think that's a part of the growth that happens, as you're starting to get to become a good club.
Been on such a good streak, but it seemed like you were maybe a little frustrated earlier with the calls. Or how'd you feel out there today?
Good. He don't give me a couple pitches that I thought was strike, and I just start laughing after that. Nothing you can do. But they find the hole. I think they just hit 2 balls hard, and but when you don't have that calls, you can blind change a little bit, but most important is we win the game. So we playing better than then, and we win the game. That's important.
How nice is that? Woody was just saying, like, you've picked this team up so many times that they came and were able to fight back and pick you up today.
That's good. It's a lot for me because sometimes I don't gonna have my stuff, and I just gotta go out there and just compete. And they got my back today, and that feels pretty awesome. So we play a great game, and we hit the ball well, and we win.
Obviously, you're always pitching to strikes, and today it almost just kind of seemed like they just hit a lot of ground balls that found holes. Was that kind of your feel a little bit with that today?
Yeah. I mean, they not swing a lot. They just swing when I throw away. But it's we still have season. It's a long season, and we gotta make the adjustment. I just need to, get ready for my next one, and make the adjustment in the bullpen, and I gotta face Detroit, and hopefully good game.
Today was your pitches all felt good. It was just a matter of some hits, finding the right spots in the field. And that
Yeah,
sort
I
of thing.
think they find the holes. I throw my sinkers down and away, and they hit the ball to second, and we have the chief, but nothing you can do with that. It's not excuse. They hit the ball better, against me, and they scored a couple of runs. But at the end of the game, we win the game. Though that's most important for us.
Martin, how important was it? I mean, I know every win is important, right? But going into the stretch of June where you've got some opponents that seem beatable, and the way things have gone in Cleveland, the way things went here yesterday, like how important was it to win this game and kind of stop
A
that?
lot. I mean, we need it. We had to win most games we can because we're gonna make to the playoff, and I think we close. So we just need to, prepare every day and go out there and have fun. Trying to do our best. And I think for me, you just got to do little things in the game, and we're going to win the game. So we've been doing good, and I think this game, put us in another level. I think we have the talent, and we have a good team to go out there and compete every night.
In that game, so I'm just going to ask you, what was the biggest difference?
Oh my gosh, bullpen, obviously. I love that we came out and we were down 5-0. Giolito's obviously a really good pitcher. He pitched pretty well against us, but in that fifth inning, just getting back in the game, I thought Adolis' homer there kind of just sparked the bench and said, okay, we're back in this thing. But the bullpen, I mean, it's innings 6 through 9, 11 out of 12 outs on punch outs, just wiping them out, and that allowed our offense to, obviously the confidence, Tinoco coming in there, striking out 3 in a row in the middle of their lineup, just kind of set the tone and gave our offense a lot of confidence to say, hey, if we score a couple runs here, we get back in this thing, they're going to hold them, and they did that.
This game probably wore on y'all a little bit long, also a lot of fighting back. How much more important did it seem, though, just because of the way things have been going lately for you guys to get this win?
Yeah, they're never easy. I don't think they're ever made to, you look at the box score and you think, okay, that was you win by 11-9, and there was obviously a lot, Martin, they did a good job against Martin. We tried to make some adjustments, obviously, from a positioning standpoint, and he made some adjustments on the pitching side. The White Sox did a good job against him. They were really stubborn in the strike zone. Umpire was really tight again on him. Some of them were a little closer than I'd like. It was hard for me to obviously watch that, but at the same time, Martin battled. I know it wasn't his best numbers-wise, but what he showed our team, the heart that he had out there to just give everything he had all the way up to the end, we obviously all appreciated that. We wanted to fight for him out there.
So what does that mean? Able to, because he's picked you guys up on the offensive side so much, so for you guys to pick him up today.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's we talk about that a lot just as far as the team effort, and those guys know what he's going through out there, and he's making some quality pitches, and credit to them for laying off some of those tough pitches. A lot of teams have been swinging at those and making it hard. He's been getting some guys out on those pitches, but they had a really good plan of attack against him today. But yeah, our offense, we got to pick each other up at times, and he can't carry us every time.
Giolito had 8 strikeouts in 4 innings, and then obviously the fifth happens. Adolis, Corey almost had a home run too there. I guess, did you guys do anything different in that fifth, or was it just kind of just turning it on? You guys were due.
I think so. I think it's just more of seeing him a couple times, knowing what the fastball plays like, seeing the changeup. Obviously there's numbers that show the third time around. You've seen this guy a few times. He's good though. I mean, when that fastball's getting at the top of the zone and that changeup is almost like a Bugs Bunny changeup, he's tough to square up. But left one over the plate for Adolis right there, and like I said, that was probably the hit of the game to give us hope that we're going to come back and win that game.
You mentioned the bullpen, but Matt Moore in particular, I think 5 of those 11 strikeouts,
Yeah.
Those are some big innings from him.
Yeah, he's been honestly lights out for a while now. It's he's made some pretty good hitters look silly. Honestly, it's the curveball, the fastball obviously plays off the curveball, and the changeup is a plus pitch as well. So I mean, he's got weapons, and he's pounding the strike zone. he can land the curveball, he can bounce it, he can do a lot of things with it, and he elevates the fastball. So it's really, really tough to square up right now, and he's obviously really confident.